Old Ole used to say there's no sense in letting a man operate a chainsaw in a 4,000-pound truck if you're just going to tell him he's too incompetent to boil a pot of fermented corn without blowing up the neighborhood. It's funny how the government only seems to care about public safety when there's a tax stamp that they haven't quite figured out how to lick yet. I saw this ruling where a federal judge finally pointed out that the ban on home distilling, which has been on the books since 1868, is a load of unconstitutional garbage. For over 150 years, we've been allowed to brew enough beer to drown a village or make enough wine to turn your basement into a Napa Valley fever dream. But the second you try to concentrate it, suddenly you're a domestic threat to the IRS's wallet. But here's a real kicker: the government doesn't actually think moonshine is dangerous. Because if they did, they wouldn't let you buy Everclear in the liquor store for 20 bucks. The danger was always that you might figure out how to make your own fuel, your own medicine, and your own good time without sending a mandatory kickback to some soft handed suit in DC who couldn't tell a mash tun from a postal digger if his 6-figure pension depended on it. They didn't ban the spirit, they banned the independence. So while they've spent a century and a half telling us that we're too unqualified to run a still, these are the same people currently managing a $34 trillion debt and losing track of billion-dollar cargo planes. They're worried you'll go blind from a batch of shine, but they got no problem with you being blinded by the absolute circus that they're running in DC. So while the feds are crying about lost revenue because you wanted to make a little Mountain Dew on your own dirt, I'll be over here wondering why the hell I need a permit for a hobby, and they don't need a permit to incinerate my paycheck on studies about the mating habits of Himalayan tree frogs. I guess I didn't realize that Freedom was a subscription service with a 150-year back payment. Just saying.